So we let these guys out every morning. Let them wander around the field, the yard, whatever. See what kind of natural food they can get. There's not a lot alive this time of year. Clyde likes to attack this bush. It's pretty crazy. They eat the bush because it's one of the few things that's still green right now. But when he starts attacking it, it's just hilarious. Now, he just gave it a little nudge there a minute ago. We'll see if he attacks the bush again. Clyde is very food motivated. Everything in Clyde's world is food, food, food. What you doing, Clyde? Huh? Hey, Clyde. Hey, Clyde, what are you doing there? Is that good stuff? Is that a good breakfast? Huh? Is that a good breakfast? Yeah. Harlow is, are you jealous? You'll get your day in the sun. We'll do a spotlight on you soon. You need to calm down a little bit. Quit kicking the fence. Your food's coming. Get it, Clyde. Come on, get it. I want to see you attack it. You're not going to attack it this morning. Is it good food? Good leaves? We like doing this because otherwise they eat hay and, we give them a little bit of grain every day. So we like to get them some natural in there. It's good for it's a balanced diet. Yeah. Remember that used to be like a thing? Like even cereals would advertise a balanced diet. But no, seriously, the vet told us that was good for the goats to get some greens in them and some natural. Helps keep their diet balanced, and it keeps their stomachs from having stomach problems and not being so bloated. Because they will get bloated if they eat too much grain. It's kind of interesting. So Clyde's not going to headbutt this thing. So let's see where he wanders off to. So Clyde is the male. Bonnie last week, you met her. She's the female goat. Clyde's the male goat. What's up, Clyde? Clyde, what are you doing, Clyde? And I think he knows his name because sometimes he'll react when you call him Clyde. But most of the time, Clyde's the kind of guy that he just does what he wants to do whenever he wants to do it. He doesn't really listen to direction or any type of instruction or scolding. He just does what he wants to do. Ain't that right, Clyde? Huh? Clyde, what are you doing? Huh? Come here. I pet you? Huh? Huh? Yeah, you're pretty soft today. That rain did you good. It washed you off a little bit, didn't it? We got some rain last night, which was pretty awesome. Bonnie and Clyde, they came to us this past summer. And they came to us together. And they came from a farm where they were together. And they were buddies at the farm. And so we decided to get them both and keep them together, and they're pretty much inseparable. You gonna go get some grass? Yeah, that grass is still pretty green for as dry as it's been. We're very fortunate. Talking to a farmer yesterday, he's talking about how his fields are just brown, and he's feeding the hay early in the year. I guess this time of year, we're not experienced with this, so we don't know that feeding hay in November is considered early, but he was saying that it's way early to be feeding hay. It shouldn't be till next month, so we're about a month ahead of schedule there. But we're very fortunate on this field, I guess, because it's hill and it's drainage. It stays pretty green. Gets a lot of sunshine, so you would think that would cook it when there's no rain, but it also gets a lot of drainage. And so we still got some pretty green. You can see some brown. You see some serious brown, but you can see some green out there too. And so that's good for the livelihood of the animals and the food they eat. Now this will be interesting. Holstein and Clyde are going to say hello to each other. Looks like Holstein's just curious, and Clyde, he does what he wants. He could care less. You could care less, couldn't you, Clyde? Yeah, you could care less. So now Clyde's going to go over here and jump around on this tree. Oh, nope, he didn't. What are you doing, Clyde? Don't go through there. You can't get through there. You'll get zapped. You got to go through the gap. You're going to get zapped. Clyde's going to get zapped. We're going to watch Clyde get zapped. Up by where we keep them, the electric wire is much higher, so there's less likely that they get zapped. But down here it's lower, and I don't think Clyde's been zapped yet, so I don't think he's aware of where he's at. But then again, maybe he is, because he's not coming any closer. You get some good leaves? Yeah, you get some good leaves this morning? So there's a video on Clyde. Look, everybody's hanging out. Look at this. This is so cool. Watch this. Look, everybody's hanging out. You got Holstein, Harlow, Clyde, you're gonna get zapped. Oh, how'd you get through there without getting zapped? Bonnie, they're all just hanging out. They're all hungry. They're ready for breakfast. You're gonna get zapped. Watch this. Oh, how did you not get zapped? I'm gonna have to check my fence today, make sure it's on. What are you doing, Clyde? Hey, 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 Clyde. Hey, what are you doing? You going to get some petting? Yeah, Clyde will let you pet him. He's friendly in that aspect. Bonnie, you know, she's very standoffish. We talked about her last week, but Clyde, he'll let you pet him. All right, so there's a spotlight on Clyde. We're gonna go check his bedding and give you some more updates out here this morning. There's no vegetation on that one, Clyde. Are you stuck? Oh no, you got down. I love to watch a goat do its natural things. Its natural things are to go search out the food high. That's kind of cool. You can see he's using his horn to kind of push some of the branches out of his way. Yeah, that tree died on us, didn't it? It's winter time. You gonna go play on the kids' swing set? They're looking for breakfast. You going to get breakfast, Clyde? So this is gonna be funny. You'll see how aggressive Clyde is. Eat breakfast. I'm gonna go get it. And there he goes. What are you doing, Clyde? Huh? Did you find the food? Is that the food, Clyde?
Clyde. Get out of there, Clyde. Bonnie. I expect a little more out of you.
Oh, you found your food, didn't you? Yeah, you found it. It's like, now how do I get that bucket open? Clyde, what are you doing? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hello, Clyde. Clyde knows the red bucket means food. That much he knows. Ain't nothing in there, is there, Clyde? Clyde's like, hey, what about me? As you can see, Clyde is very food motivated.
No, Clyde. Bonnie!
Let's check out Bonnie. She's up on the can.
Go. Go on. Go see that guy. No, Bonnie, no.
All right, we're going to help her out. Okay, so how do you get Clyde to go where you want him to go? You put a red bucket out in front of you and you walk. And he will follow you, as will Bonnie. Because like we said, they're very food motivated. Okay, so we got them back up top to their space. Gave them their grain. They're going crazy with it. Look at these ears. Oh, look at these long, flappy ears on Clyde. They're so adorable. And we asked if we let him keep his horns. He does use them. We try to keep Muttley away from him because he likes to play with Muttley and he doesn't realize how much he's hurting him. Clyde, you get breakfast? So, yeah, so there's a spotlight on Clyde. So we got some rain last night, so that's good. It cleans up the area quite a bit. And we haven't touched it over here yet this morning, so this morning we're going to rake that out some, put another layer on top, because we just cleaned it out a couple weeks ago. If we rake it out and then put the layer on top, we won't have to actually clean it out. Just touch it up and be good for a couple more weeks. All right, so we're going to get busy on that. Okay, so we couldn't do the bedding. We don't have any bedding. We used it all last time. I was unaware, and we haven't bought any more. So instead we made we did a makeshift. Well, it's not even a makeshift. It's actually good bedding, but it's different. We'll show you. So we used straw up in there this time rather than the bedding, and you know, it's probably a better bedding, but it's more expensive. So that's one reason we don't use it all the time. But that's all that we had today. It also creates a little more dust than the bedding does, and that makes them cough. But it'll do good for now. We're supposed to get rain here this week finally, so that'll keep the moisture, separation of the moisture between them when they're laying in here and the ground, because they do come in here for shelter because of the roof. Goats don't really like the rain. They're not like the cows who could care less. So, all right, so that's all set for another couple of weeks. We'll get some bedding, and the next rotation will be the full rotation where we rake it all out like we did a couple weeks ago. It's on the video if you want to look back through and see that. And then we'll put some bedding down. So that's good for now. All right, put their bed back in there because our goats are bougie and only our goats get an actual bed. You can blame my wife for that. So there's Clyde. He's having some hay. Bonnie's hanging out with him. Clyde, you never need an invitation to dinner, do you? Nope. If you think there's food, you are there right now. Right now. Most food-oriented creature I've ever seen or met. So that's our spotlight on Clyde today. He wasn't as rambunctious as he is some mornings. Sometimes him and Bonnie will butt horns. That's always fun to watch because they know exactly how to do it and not hurt each other. But today, Clyde decided to fight with Julie because he was trying to get into everything. Because he's looking for food. Because like we said, you just never need an invitation to dinner, do you? All right, say bye, Clyde. Say bye, Clyde.